So you cooks. Start working on UFC, Maria Trador, talking about all kinds of different stuff. All correct. Say I gotta work on it. I gotta work on it. All right. Basically, you got, people like, so the way what happens is, you do all this stuff, right? And you learn that, okay? After you learn that thing, this the, well, you're learning that thing. That's your only form, okay? You're the only form, or kata as they call it, or form. I prefer form because they basically say eventually short forms and long forms, they call them, which are basically intricate movements. Short forms are intricate movements, long forms are more intricate movements, and basically it's like, okay, that's like the after you master those, then you get weapons. But it's basically it's kimashik, which everyone learns first, and then go through that whole routine, learn your eight basic stances, hanging horse stance. Oh my gosh. Shoryuken, well, kung fu shoryuken, basically. With a kick, you can actually also kick with it too if you want. Actually, with the leg block, it's a shoryuken with a high leg block. Basically, that's what it is. You know. Anyway, you do that. You stand on one foot. You have the other foot there. You have one. It's amazing. I'll show you that eventually. But anyway, you do that. You hold that. And sometimes he'll have us hold it. Hold our feet, a fist. After just dragging uppercutting somebody. Our invisible opponent up to the ceiling, straight up to the ceiling, arm straight up to the ceiling, while our other leg is bent, blocking high. So if someone tries to kick at our groin, like they will hit our foot instead, our ankle or knee instead. Our leg instead, and so it will hurt, but it won't hurt as bad. And you have your other foot up at the heel. You have to keep your other foot high enough so that you can put your other leg at the heel of your shoe. Or the foot that's basically like blocking your groin. Okay, that's the thing. Oh, and you're looking like, okay, it's like I have uppercutted that guy, so I'm looking away. Where's the new guy? You're looking away. So you are pretty twisted up. All right, that's just the beginning. Okay, I'm serious. That is just the beginning. Oh my goodness, because it's like, okay, once you know that, you can you learn that, you go from that to Mantis. He loves Mantis. My master loves Mantis Kung Fu. So basically, yes, he does. And Tiger. But anyway, he does Mantis Kung Fu sometimes, and he basically like, okay, here's how it goes. You block one, which is basically the Mantis claws, the Mantis arms. You basically have to get your arm. There's a lot of flexibility in Mantis. It's not my style at all, because you have to I'm just doing that one move, and it's like, okay, here's how it goes. You have to be like, okay, here's how it goes. You block one. It's like claw, left claw, so you basically Mantis have their arms right in front of their chests, touching, so you have to have your arm, the elbows are touching each other. That's amazing. Okay, the elbows are touching each other. Okay, so it's like block one. Okay, Mantis, you like do a little bird thing with one hand like this. So that's basically the thing you grab with. Okay, the block one, your hands like that. Okay, like this, block one. Block two. So you're trying to block your chest from an attack. You're trying to turn your hand out. Dude. And then you're trying to do all that, and then your elbows are touching. Because that's how close your hand, your limbs are to each other. So that's stretching your shoulders really, really a lot, and squeezing your chest. It's not fun. It's not fun. And then it's like, all right, block one, block two. So you're standing, and then it's like, okay, now you're trying to deflect a kick with the Mantis claw. All right, while simultaneously leaning into a special bow stance. Okay, basically is you're gonna lean away from these guys. Okay, and basically what's going on is you're trying to basically have a kick. So basically, when someone tries to side kick you, you basically knock their foot away or grab their foot and move back. Okay. And then off balance them, then you can come back up and do whatever. This is the foundation. This is the thing that's like, okay, they try to kick me. I knocked their foot away. Now, switch legs. Punch. That's basically, we haven't learned that part yet, but they're basically setting us up for that. That's what the setup is for that. And it's like, okay, then you're getting more twisted with this one. Because it's like, your other arm's still mantisy. You have to have the one heel up and one heel down. You have to, it's amazing. It's amazing. It just goes going that. Oh yes. You see that? Look at her. Look at that. Okay, that is kickboxing right there. Okay, she was raised by people who punch monsters in the face. Oh yes, let's get back to the story. Okay, we had the Kung Fu story, but now let's get back to the other story. Actually, I'll do this cover story real quick. So you do all this other stuff, okay? Basic stances, maybe a few other things in the way, in other little movements, Then you you do top days, which are basically down, basically very small, amount of moves that are done over and over again while moving across the room. I'm on top day one. There are 8 Tom Tays. Okay, each one is crazy. Gets more difficult. Mine is basically you have to stay in a horse, twist into a bow. Punch, double punch this thing back. When you're like doing other things, switch back into bow. The horse. You have to stay down while crossing the room. You can't walk. You're not walking. You're moving. You're basically going through a whole line of cyclobots. Those are the enemies I say they are. Imaginary enemies. You're going through a whole line of these guys. So basically it's like, okay, you punch the cyclobot. It's like cyclobots. Power Rangers Time Force is still my favorite Power Rangers because the story, drama, and fighting were so great. Villains, the heroes, it was so wonderful. Other ones are getting got close. SPD, oh my goodness, Crybots, Ninja Turtle Dog, Black Red Ranger, 7 Red Rangers instead of just 6. All kinds of different things that made me enjoy SPD a lot. Oh, Shadow Ranger, gotta mention Shadow Ranger. But I did play Kruger as a Shadow Ranger. He was amazing, destroying 100 Crybots, which are basically like off-brand cyclobots. It was great. It was great. I do like creatures too, though. But the original putties, not really. Except for the fact that they were like people in costumes, helping you. Some were people in costumes helping you, like kick their cushioned hand, out of the way, or that was their weapon. The cushioned hand, their big putty hand was like actually probably a kicking and punching cushion and stuff. It was pretty cool. It's really cool when you think about it that way. When you see it like the cheesy way they had it, it's like, what the heck? But when you see it, that's the actual, show about, with people, real people, learning how to do martial arts. Block, it's definitely a block. And it's kind of cool to see, even though it's really cheesy. They're all early ones to me, but it's still like, oh my gosh, oh no, we have the group of guys coming at us. Let's get them. And block this, that. All right, block over here. I'm like, oh, what? It's cool to see. It's cool to see with all of them, including Tommy, of course. But anyway, back to work. So when we get traded, you do all this stuff, 8 Tom Tays. After you do 8 Tom Tays, then you get short forms, and it's long forms. After long forms, you finally get to use weapons. Okay, although you probably use staff earlier, but that's about it. Weapons. He has a whole tray of what's it called? Rack of weapons. A rack. Okay. Someone made it in a shop class. It's like rebar and pieces of steel with holes cut in it, welded it, cut in it, or something. Stamp pressed, cut into it. It's not the best looking thing ever, but it works. You have staffs, you have swords and scythes, and kind of fire rings, things which are like a batless or like other look like Achillean weapons in there. All kinds of different stuff in there, and it's like I want to learn these. Oh my gosh, Leonardo style. Then I see my assistant master using the fire rings, which are basically there's these rings that are they're steel rings. Have these Klingon weapons because they're basically 3 prongs that look like fire on the end. Those are the things you attack with, and they use these. They're basically meant for like, okay, we're going to basically these rings. If you get poked once with those, then that hurts. But no, he has attacks. You're good. Block. What? Lose. A very interesting style. He has attacks that mess around, and he will basically, you're backing up, but you're basically going in very small circles. You're basically like an engine, like a train engine, of basically going up and back. It's like machinery, bladed cutting machinery going up and back, going into an enemy and out of an enemy over and over again with the tip of those fire those steel shaped like steel pieces shaped like fire. And you're basically doing that. It's like, and it's like really fast. He is very fast. He is bigger than I am. Okay, I'm not gonna say it lying. I'm not a small guy, but he is bigger than I am. This dude plays football. He plays football. Probably does all kinds of stuff, and yet he is so much has mastered mastered kung fu so much that he can mess around and do some crazy stuff. He can do hanging horse stance. He can get low in his horse stance. He's the second master. He's assistant master. And he's been around for like years, and he's very good. I know because my headmaster's been around for decades. He's 60 years old. And he's like, but the exact opposite. Kind of a smaller guy who's very quick on his feet. He was a boxer first. Oh, dude, gotta stretch a little bit. He was a boxer first, but then he saw this kung fu stuff, and he's like, "Hey, let's try this out." He's like, "Wow, I like this better." So he actually takes boxing techniques like moving around, front jab, right cross. He takes those, and he adds them to his kung fu. So he has someone that has hit heavy bags and stuff like that to do boxing, so he can do stuff like that. So it's kind of cool to see how the things work. But he will, if he wants to do some kung fu though, he is very flexible. So he's basically, there's a picture of him where, well, I don't know exactly how to describe it. Let me see the other ones. Well, he can do splits like nobody's business. You can do easily. You can basically do stuff where it's like, okay, there's like one move where you're one leg is stretched out. The other leg is bent. Your knee is up. You're stretched out to a point, but you're stretched out all the way. But your foot is still flat on the ground. So that means your ankle has to be flexible enough to actually push your leg out. Hold things. You're together. Your other leg is basically bent so much that your knee is down your chest. Okay. Your foot. And it's like that's a lot. You're sitting on the ground too. Oh no! Okay. Oh my gosh! I don't want to look at that, sir. I'm sorry. Like wow, that's crazy. I could add emo power to that. I could give her emo power to that. I could add that. I think I like that idea. She's not as strong as a Clausian, so she needs and she has an advantage with her emo power. So she can blocked it. Even though it's not as good of a block with her stomach exposed, but still, the thing about it is if you go for her stomach, she can just go down and grab it, or stop you, or just hit you in the face. If you go for the stomach, she can just hit you in the face, or use one of her crazy, spinning slam punches. She's gonna have spinning slam punches. That's cool. Block. I'm gonna say she has the block because then basically, like anything that shoots at her and goes for her stomach, or whatever, or hits her in the arms, will be blocked. So I'm like, okay, let's give her emo power for that. Because she's going to go against all kinds of crap. Let's continue. What do you got? We're good? Okay, wait. Win intro. Oh boy, how am I going to... Oh, I know how. The win intro is a very important thing. Excuse me. Because basically you're doing win. You're basically showing off, okay, what is, I like to put other people together, groups together. And my comic expanded universe of Star Wars until the end of time. Maria and Cliff and Mirage are like a family. They adopted her. Oh yeah, back to the story. But after a second, I had to make 3 characters who basically are kind of like that, but different, very different. They're from the Hood part of the galaxy. They're Hood Watch. So it's like they're different. They're symbologically genetically enhanced kung fu artists, black kung fu artists, African American kung fu artists. I gotta say the right terminology. African American kung fu artists. All right, and basically, again, as soon as they're from the Hood, it's like, I don't know about you. You're from the Hood. No, it's a sketchy place, So they basically have a lot of things they got to deal with. It's kind of crazy and kind of awesome. But they basically get along with Fate and Fate, yes, but Maria and Mirage and Cliff really greatly after they fight. They're gonna be a first fight. It's gonna be so great because you have Cliff's gonna fight a guy who can't get hurt by his punches. Think about that. Cliff is gonna be like this guy. I call him Master Rotund because he's 400 pounds, maybe more. 400 pounds, and basically has a healing factor. So basically, it's like he's put Wolverine and the Blob together. That's basically what you got, and make him black, and make him African American. That's him, and he'll actually coach his enemies. He's a master of kung fu. Okay, he likes Iron Arm, some dragon. I gotta work on see if dragon's any good. Iron Arm and palm style kung fu. Okay, because basically that involves putting lots of power in your arms and just slamming. Okay, it's not a high-flying style or anything. It's about slamming as much power into an enemy as possible. Palm, of course, is another way of doing it. So it's kind of cool that way. But he basically will coach enemies. He'll basically be like, and he has a high, it's like a high squeaky voice, which makes him fun to have around, especially for serious situations. He can actually be serious, but it's mostly silly because he's comedy relief a lot of times. So he's basically like, there's the one fight he'll be like, yeah, when Maria joins in because he sees Cliff's having trouble fighting this guy, and she's like joins in and starts fighting. He's who's this? It's is this your little girl? It's like oh, whatever. It's like oh girl, what's your little name? And she's like, will punch him in the face. It's like oh, Love Tap. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call you from now on. Basically, he's joking. No, he's not really. Well, he's not. He can be joking. He can be sarcastic, but he can be serious. And he'll be like, wait a minute, you're Cliff Fitter. You're the man who helped save the galaxy. Oh my God, can I have your autograph, man? Something like that. All kinds of different things like that. He's so good. And she was like, oh, come on. Basically, after, there's like later time where it'll be like, okay, after the workout, after they fight, it'll be like a workout for him. Because he has the symbological healing in his genetics. His symbological genetics is symbological healing, meaning he will automatically heal any injury he gets. Okay? So you cannot hurt him very easily. He can still heal. He can use the heal spell, the heal ability to heal other people. But, he can heal himself. It's crazy stuff. It's fun. So basically, after that, he's like, after they're basically giving it all, Maria and Cliff have been giving it their all, trying to punch this guy and beat this guy out, hit every place they can hit. They've done everything they could. They're basically what's it called, worked. They're winded. They're like yeah, like that. Just like, oh, okay, and Master Rotan could have just knocked them down if he wanted to, but he doesn't want to. He likes these guys. He's like, oh, he likes them because he knows them. He knows who they are. They're very famous because they saved the galaxy from Luther the Loser. So he's like, okay, that was a great workout. But as in a great workout, you guys are pretty cool, pretty good guys. Cliff, you're a great master. Maria, you're a great student. But as of someone who's in the martial arts himself, I do have a few thoughts about you two things. They starts critiquing them while they're basically trying to get the energy left to come back and try to beat them up again. It's so great. It's so great. I was like, Cliff, you think the best way to me is power through stuff. Is just try to power on through stuff. Sometimes, but sometimes that doesn't work, man. You gotta go around. You gotta find the best way. Find weaknesses. And Maria, you're not as powerful as Cliff. When you're trying to beat with these crazy punches you're making up, those give you more power, but they also leave you wide open to attack. It's like which she will already have known because she would have been captured by someone who knows karate and judo. So precision strikes, joint locks, things like that. She did not like that. It would not go well for her. So yeah. So they'll be like, oh, shut up. Basically really angry about this. So, and then he'll keep going. He'll be like, if only I could teach you guys Kung Fu. Oh my goodness, because he knows Kung Fu. So he's like, I guess, think about it. Maria, you could learn Crane style. It'd be so awesome. And Cliff, you could train in Iron Arm or Dragon or Palm style with me. That'd be so great. We could be buddies, training buddies. It'd be so awesome. So he's usually very fun, living and happy for the most part. His wife, on the other hand, is the exact opposite. She is going to be the deus of the group. The deus, as in the darkest, most revenge-driven, humorless, mostly humorless, person you ever saw in your life. She's like the exact opposite of him. Very thin, very lithe, about 35 years old, knows tiger style, trained only in tiger style for like 10 years. Was training that, got her fingers, did finger push-ups. Okay, tiger finger push-ups. Okay, that's what my master does sometimes. He'll do like that. He won't do the push-up. He'll actually just hold his body weight up with his hands in that position. Okay, as long as he can. He'll plank. He'll do yoga like that with the tiger claw to get his fingers nice and strong because he does tiger. And oh my goodness, he actually has used it practically because he said there was a young guy who thought he could take him on in the fight, right? They called it play, but he probably meant fight. When to play, he shut that down real quick with his tiger. Grabbed a handful of the dude's flesh, of the dude's stomach, fat, belly fat, and just like, and basically it's like, when you do that, you don't have to rip anything. You don't have to rip anything. You just dig your fingers into. That's what tiger can do. at least the style my master uses, dig fingers into flesh. That is enough. Give me enough to end fights right there. You know, the tiger style can rip, says claw and strike and all kinds of other things. But to me, the style I want to learn the most, and she learns the most because it's vengeance for her, is grabbing and holding on, just holding on with all her might. You know, and then of course she has fire symbology in her hand. She can, you know, make her, you know, charge up fire. She can generate fire from her hand. So then she basically can turn that up on you and cause even more damage. It's not good. Not good for the enemy, but it's awesome for me because I'm gonna basically show her off someday. So anyway, but still, her name's Ember, but they call her Heat Guy. Now here's the deal with these things. Here's the deal with the hood. The hood is so difficult to patrol. There's not much police presence. There's not much government presence. You know, it's very, very tough to live there unless you have people that can help you, like the Hood Watch. Basically, they help each other and they help the community, whatever they do, because they say neighborhood watch, basically. You know, but still, let's continue. I kept on talking. Oh, new. See you next time. Check me out on YouTube, even